Welcome to Automotive Territory. Modern-day cars are amazing, some of them are even borderline science fiction. But one of the major complaints that experienced car owners have is that their designs lack true spirit of automaking that was within the DNA of automobiles of the past. Indeed, classic designs are unbelievably beautiful, and anyone would be lucky to own one. But what if you still cannot avoid the temptation to have some high-tech in the cabin and a more powerful engine under the hood? As it turns out, there is a viable solution for such a dilemma. A great number of designing studios and engineering workshops are ready to take your beloved favorites and turn them into powerful beasts of modern automaking. In this episode, we're going to show you the best representatives of these four-wheelers that incorporate the latest tech innovations and can leave you breathless with their stunning looks. But before we dive into the future past, just remember two things. Always treat your retro car like an investment. It will inevitably go up in price. And be subscribed to Automotive Territory. Enjoy the ride! Bristol Bullet. Bristol Cars is the British low-volume hand-built luxury car manufacturer with a 70-year history. They have been dormant for more than 10 years, but the world saw the all-new anniversary model Bullet in 2016 that was based on the iconic Bristol's 404 and 405. This classic beauty is brought into motion by a modern BMW 4.8-liter V8 that makes 370 horses and 361 pound-feet of torque. The interior is carefully handcrafted with the finest British heights and aluminum elements. Even though purists might be against it, but the manufacturer went forward and added touchscreen to the dashboard and introduced smartphone connectivity. The quality of these automobiles raises no doubts, because out of all the Bristols made since 1947, 70% are still in the roads. So maybe investing £250,000 or $330,000 into this car is not a bad idea. After all, you will get to drive it for at least half a century. Icon TR. Jonathan and Jamie Ward, founders of the Icon Company, noticed that the demand among collectors for classic cars has been constantly growing, and so was the desire for modern performance. In this trend, they saw an opportunity and began hand-building vehicles in their Los Angeles-based workshop that pay homage to the golden age of automotive history, but throw present-day performance into the mix. One of their gorgeous creations is the Icon TR, that is based on the 1947 Chevy Thriftmaster pickup. Its heart is the fuel-injected aluminum 6.2-liter GM LS3 V8, good for 430 horsepower and 424 pound-feet of torque. The engine is a part of the ERA GM family, so should be easy to maintain, plus its emission parameters are compliant with modern global standards. The rest of the package is extensive, but the highlights include optional GM automatic or manual TKO 6-speed tranny, Willwood brakes, GRI coil-over shocks, and 5 inches control over the static ride height. Porsche Singer. Even though the design of Porsche 911 of today does not look very much different from initial models built in 1960s, there are still fans of the brand who feel that the models from the past are closer to their hearts. These nostalgic drivers are the major customers of the American-based remodeling company Singer Vehicles Design. In order to become Singer's client, you have to provide a fully road-legal Porsche 911 Coupe or Targa of 1989 through 1994 model years. When the work is complete, your vehicle will retain its vehicle identification number, odometer reading, and registration, but will get countless upgrades. Engine options include naturally aspirated flat sixes with 3.8 and 4.0-liter displacements. The body parts are replaced with carbon fiber, chassis are reinforced. Transmission, brakes, suspension, wheels, electrical wiring, and lighting, everything is either enhanced or replaced. All in all, for $200,000 you get an almost brand new Porsche 911 with outstanding retro looks and mind-blowing performance. Shelby GT500 from Revology. Revology has long been famous for custom fabricating classic Ford vehicles. Inspired by its owner, Tom Scarpello, a former Ford employee, the company gave the timeless 1967 Shelby GT500 a new life. It must be mentioned that Revology does not restore old models, it creates brand new replicas. So their car has the same styling and character as the original model, but gains the advantages of modern automotive technology. It has a supercharged Roush 5.0-liter Coyote V8, double wishbone suspension, and dual-circuit brakes. All exterior lightings are LED, and the car is smartphone connectable. But at the same time, the replica keeps the original bucket seats and wood-rim steering wheel. 400R from Gunther Works. Gunther Works is a California-based company that has been manufacturing carbon composites for sports and luxury vehicles for more than 14 years. Their first attempt in conquering the auto market is the 400R concept that was based on the Porsche 911 993 series with a naturally aspirated engine that many fans consider as the last true 911. The donor car was equipped with reinforced carbon fiber body with widened front wheel arches and LED lighting. The interior is trimmed with leather and suede, plus the rear seat was replaced for additional storage within the cabin. The Oregon company Rothsport tuned the Porsche's six-cylinder engine to have 4.0-liter displacement that resulted in horsepower and torque boost to 400 HP and 330 pound-feet. The company is planning to release 25 units of 400Rs that will be priced at around $600,000 if you were to include the donor 911 price. CFB 1971 Ford Bronco Naples. Born in 2005 from Brian Root's passion for early years Ford Broncos, this Columbus-based truck shop of the same name has grown to become a leader in designing and custom building fine classic cars. The company's goal is eliminating maintenance by replacing every old part with its better, up-to-date brand new version. One of the most recent builds is 1971 Naples that was originally created for an unnamed Canadian customer. This vehicle is an old-fashioned Ford truck that is, however, fast and powerful. With an all-new Coyote 5.0-liter and a 4-speed automatic transmission, it is a delight to your ears. It has a blue chocolate paint finish and brown leather interior. This beautiful vintage Ford is currently sold out, but it can be custom built if you have at least $199,000 readily available. Morgan EV3. The Morgan Motor Company has been manufacturing automobiles for more than 100 years, and they currently offer 8 handcrafted classic-styled models to their clients. The most recent newcomer is the sports three-wheeler with an electric powertrain called Morgan EV3. It is tasked to open a new chapter of all-electric and plug-in hybrid vehicles in the manufacturer's history. The sports car design from the early 20th century won't leave any classic car fan indifferent, and dynamic performance that is ensured by a 46-kilowatt liquid-cooled electric motor might grab attention of the younger, environmentally conscious generation. Weighing 1,100 pounds, Morgan EV3 has 100 miles of range, can get to 60 in 9 seconds, and drives up to 90 miles per hour fast. Icon FJ. One of the Icon's creations is a midsize SUV based on the 1960s through 1983 Toyota FJ series. It is a 2-door body-on-frame vehicle that is available in 4 variations, including a pickup truck and a 4-door. The body of Icon FJ is made in the same design as the original series, but it is actually new aluminum build with a Stampede steel hood. The grille is one of the details kept from the old truck. Standardly, the car comes with a 6.2-liter L92 Gen 4 V8 gasoline engine and a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic transmission. However, to meet consumer demands, it can be swapped for a diesel motor with a 5-speed manual. The most potent gasoline powertrain is a great performance, and it produces 430 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque. Caterham Super Sprint. Super Sprint is the 60th inspired race car built by the UK-based automobile manufacturer Caterham Cars. It is not a rebuild and is not based on a previously produced racer. Super Sprint is an original, fast and maneuverable automobile that is however stylized as a vintage car to honor the company's 60-year history. The vehicle is brought into motion by a turbocharged 660 cubic centimeters three-cylinder engine from Suzuki that has 96 horsepower. It springs from 0 to 60 in 6.9 seconds and has a top speed of 100 miles per hour. Available as either 1- or 2-seater, the car costs around £30,000 in the UK and about $38,000 in the US. It is not a cheap toy, but it is definitely going to be very rare, as only 60 cars are being produced. Shelby Mustang GT500 from Classic Recreations. Classic Recreations has long been famous in Yukon, Oklahoma for custom fabricating Shelby Mustangs. For the last 15 years, the company has rebuilt several different models, taking on average 4 months to finish a vehicle and keeping official registration numbers. One of the most powerful muscle cars rebuilt by the company is the Shelby GT500 CR 900S that now has a 770 horsepower engine. The car is based on the 1967 model, but was disassembled and restored from scratch. It keeps the original body, but has modern parts under the hood. The powertrain includes a 7.0-liter supercharged V8 engine and either manual or automatic Tremec transmission. And a little bonus: N2A Motors 789. If most of the time custom car workshops remodel classic automobiles by adding new tech, replacing old engines and enhancing the interior, there is also a company, N2A Motors, that is going the other way. Their most interesting products are retrofitted 789s, which are Corvette C5 or C6 that are turned into Chevrolet Impalas of the 1957 through 1959 model years by mounting lightweight composite panels on top. The process uses 80% carbon composite materials and 20% fiberglass. There is also a possibility to request a custom engine for the 789, and the selection includes a 6.0-liter V8 with 440 HP output, but you can also opt for a further upgrade to an 800 horses engine. So how do you like modified classic cars? Do you think they needed all of that powerful machinery under the bonnet and the rest of the high-tech hardware? Or are you convinced that a classic car only remains a classic if no modifications whatsoever have been made? Share your thoughts in the comment section, check out recommended videos from this screen, and subscribe to our channel for more automotive content. May the torque be with you!